Okay, the purpose of this video is going to be to show you how to replace stylus in a Stylus Sierra. First of all, we take the stylus, or the tip top, off of the Sierra pen. As you know, the Sierra pen sits like that, and the tip then has to be knocked off with a punch until you get it by itself. Now, the outside diameter of that piece is 410, that chrome piece. So we make a block that has a hole in it that will accommodate 410. Now when you think about that, it's the same as the tube is in diameter. So what we're dealing with is the same size hole, which would be a 10.5 millimeter hole. So I put that down like this, and as you can see, it supports the outside, but it allows the stylus to be unsupported. Then you take we better move the camera a bit. Sorry about the jitters. Okay, now we take this, which is about 2/8, and put it inside there and wrap it with a hammer a couple of times. And now we have no tip on it any longer. Tip came off, as you can see, and of course it's in here. It's not magic. There is the tip. All you need to do then is take the new one, which comes as 3 parts. The new one has this brass part and the actual nib, or stylus. Push that on there until it's on firmly. It goes over that little post. All these parts are very small, but that's what it should look like when you're finished. Then we take that and put it inside the chrome, inside the chrome piece. And we now have an assembly that looks like this. To put that back into your Sierra, I have a hole in my Corian base. I use a Corian base, and I have several holes in here. One of them will just fit this fine. So I bring down the rim, and as you can see, let's get a little closer here so you can see what's going on. I need to bring this down and tighten that up. And you can see now, as soon as I find where the camera is, there shouldn't be any space there. That's actually, you can see one collar at the top, and then the one at the bottom of the black should be on top of each other. And that's what it should look like. You can see that there's no space between the chrome and the black, and it is completely assembled the way that it should be. Now you just put that back onto your pen, like so. Again, press it in place with your arbor press, and you're good to go. Hope that made it simple enough that everyone understands how to replace the Sierra stylus. in making this video, I found that this piece is not necessarily as permanent as I thought it was. So if you run into this little black collar can come off. What I would suggest you do, I have a little red Loctite here that I got out, and put that on this shoulder right here. And I would spread it around with a toothpick. That's not real hard to do. Now, replace your top. You don't have to use a press to push this down, but what you do want to do is look at the top and make sure that you keep your stylus in the center of it. I suspect that if you push that down hard enough, it will stay centered, but my reaction to that would be, let's just glue it down a little bit and make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be, so when they look at the top of their pen, it will look right. That would be what I would do to solve that problem. So if you have any other ideas, feel free to email me, but I'm pretty sure this will work well. Once again, this is Ed from Exotics. Thanks for watching. Bye now.